This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace.
Last year, I went through many different life changes. I needed to take a pause and examine how I was feeling in the inside to better show up for the ones who need me to be my best version of myself.
When you're navigating life's changes, Talkspace can help. Talkspace is the #1 rated online therapy, bringing you professional support from licensed therapists and psychiatry providers that you can access anytime, anywhere.
Living a busy life, navigating a long-distance relationship, becoming a first-step father, Talkspace made all of those journeys possible. I could speak with my therapist in the office. I could speak with my therapist in the comfort of my home. I was never alone.
Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance, no problem. Now get $80 off your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
This right here is Car Con Carne. Car Con Carne is a Q101 podcast. I'm James Van Alstyne. Car Con Carne, sponsored by Easy Automation. Are you looking to transform your home, office, or business into a smart, seamlessly connected space? Easy Automation delivers custom automation solutions that are tailored to your lifestyle. That means whether you're upgrading your home entertainment, streamlining your office tech, or enhancing the atmosphere in your restaurant or sports bar, they've got you covered. Their expert team designs and installs personalized systems from smart lighting and climate control to audio-video distribution and robust Wi-Fi networks, all managed through an intuitive app on your favorite device. Easy Automation makes technology work for you effortlessly, reliably, and always with your satisfaction guaranteed. Visit easy-automation.net or call Dan 630-730-3728 if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. The number's right there. And take control of your environment today. Car Con Carne, also sponsored by Exploding House Printing. Are you in a band? Do you manage a brand? This is the guy you need to know. Exploding House can help with all of your screen printing, embroidery, and other merch needs. They're truly local. I mean, I'm in Lincoln Park right now. They're just maybe 15 minutes from here over in the Hermosa neighborhood, and they focus on small businesses, bands, brands, all points in between. They've worked on products from Meatwave, The Empty Bottle, The Music Box, Dante's Pizzeria, Devin K and The Solutions, The Brokedowns, so many others, and you can see the list. Count them as references. Go look at the reference list, explodinghousePrinting.com. Check that out. Jonathan knows what he's doing. Jonathan, the guy behind Exploding House, he's been doing this for decades. How many jobs have you had for decades? Jonathan's been doing this for decades. He knows what he's doing. Besides technical expertise, he delivers production efficiency and cost awareness to deliver boutique print shop quality at much lower large print shop prices. Check them out on Instagram, see their work at Exploding House, or go to their website, or just email info@explodinghouseprinting.com to get a quote. As I mentioned, we are in Lincoln Park. We are in Armitage, just on a beautiful, not quite fall, but almost there night. And I'm joined by the titular Jacob of indie soul band Jacob on the Moon, who just put out their EP, The Gemini Club. It's a concept release to some extent about traveling to a disco club on the dark side of the moon. Jake, lovely to see you.
Yeah, likewise, James.
I say this a lot. I find myself saying this so often. It is weird when you meet a stranger on the street. I'm like parked down the block from you. I'm like, yeah, just look for the car with the lights and the microphones.
Right.
And our first encounter is you getting in my car.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I called. I figured, so I'm not peering into, random cars. But
right.
It worked out. It was pretty seamless.
It worked out pretty, yeah. Thank you. I got this down after 12 years. So let's talk about the sound of Jacob on the Moon. I've seen some people compare it to yacht rock, which I don't think is appropriate. The through line from yacht rock to what you're doing that I see and hear are just really immaculately well-produced songs. I mean, you've got those songs produced within an inch of their lives.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. It's the yacht rock label is a convenient one, I think, because it's
people understand it.
Yes, easily understood. A few friends and I made a joke about calling it Nü-yacht, like NU dash yacht.
With the umlaut over there.
Yeah, with the umlaut. Just, I don't know. I think it has some of that sensibility, maybe in like the musicianship, especially live. But yeah, there's the recorded music. There's a little bit more maybe funk, alternative. It kind of goes in a few different directions.
Your songs have a groove.
Yeah.
That funky bass is essential to what you're doing, at least on this EP for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's Devin Wessels laying it down. And he produced all of the tracks on this EP as well. So yeah, I'll credit to him there.
Devin from Bridget Calls Me Baby, how does he have time to work with you?
Just when they're not on the road. Yeah, it's been cool to see, you know, that band, you know, do really well and still be able to play
take
with
off.
Devin. And, yeah, absolutely.
Deservedly so. You mentioned the live show. How much do these songs evolve from playing them live to studio and vice versa?
Yeah, they totally do. I think, you know, most of it at this point, like everything I've released up until this point has started mainly with me, you know, with my ideas kind of in my various bedroom studios over the years. But yeah, when we do them live, I think the guys really bring, you know, their own kind of flair to everything. It gets, I would say, elevated.
Are they super deferential as they expand on your stuff, or do they?
I mean, yeah, like it takes them, you know, the shortest amount of time to learn the new ideas. And so that just becomes like, that process is so quick. And then I think I'm also pretty open-minded about what they're bringing to the songs. You know, like they play in so many bands and understand everything enough to where they'll play what's right for the songs. So, yeah, I think it has been a really good kind of setup for, you know, here's my idea. This is what it is at the core. And so, you know, I know you'll respect that and then bring your own piece of it to the table as well. So, yeah, it's been great getting to play with those guys. Yeah.
And thinking again of the sounds and textures of Jacob on the Moon, I like the fact that you kind of are genre agnostic. Like you could fit on any number of bills and be appropriate.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I mean, it is, I think, a good thing at times, you know, to be versatile. It is also a challenge to like quickly and succinctly say, oh, this is what we make. You know, like everyone, we played at the dock at Montrose Beach this past summer. We had like a residency there. And so, you know, sometimes people would come up before the show and they'd be like, oh, what kind of music is it? And like for the longest time, I didn't really know what to say, like in a quick exchange like that. But I kind of just say like pop rock, you know, like it's, I don't know. I'm actually curious. Yeah.
Honestly,
you talked about it a little bit.
I think you said it. I think from this point forward, you should be Nü-yacht.
Yeah, I know. It's like if you can't nail it down to one thing, just
make up your own thing.
Make it up. Yeah, especially today. Yeah,
it's kind of brilliant. So you are Jake Dineen. Yes. Jacob on the Moon is the band. Mm-hmm. Persona. How much of Jake is in Jacob?
Yeah, it's actually, you know, I think part of the reason why the name is what it is because I don't really go by Jacob. Not many people in my life do call me that. So it felt like its kind of own thing to say, to use the name Jacob. And then the on the moon part is just, I had a period in my life when I was really obsessed with space and really inspired by, you know, different books and movies and stuff like that.
I hope you're not past that period.
No.
Okay.
But just when it was like, you know, particularly
like formative years.
Yeah. So yeah, it just felt like enough of its own kind of separate thing. And yeah, I mean, a persona is tough to, I mean, lean into that fully because there's always going to be, you know, this is some of me and my music, but
it's like Jake Dineen is Clark Kent and Jacob on the Moon is Superman.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's kind of sci-fi adjacent.
Yeah, totally.
just trying to play along.
Yeah.
So the Gemini Club is this wonderful new EP, starting with Long Flight, and the long flight that is being immortalized in song. It's about the long flight to the moon.
Correct. Yeah. That's the one.
Did the songs just happen organically, or did you say, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to write, a handful of songs about a trip to the moon and a disco there?
Mm-hmm. I think pretty organically. I want to say Dancer on the Dark Side was probably the first song that really took shape for this project. But they all kind of happened on their own, and then it starts to... I kind of always say it sort of reveals itself after the fact. Mm-hmm. I've done things in the past where it's been with like an intentional story, but this one was kind of just, that idea of the flight to the moon, just kind of getting there. That felt like a natural starting point. But I had been kind of, playing with the different ideas of the music of the other tracks before that.
And you mentioned Dancer on the Dark Side. The Silver Surfer was inspiration?
A little bit, like for the imagery of the actual dancer. So, if we're thinking about the club on the moon, mm-hmm. Someone that, kind of has that metallic look, futuristic kind of android.
So are we talking like the Alex Ross reflective Silver Surfer, or are we talking the old school Jack Kirby Silver Surfer?
Oh, I don't know if I know the specific
we should hang out more
difference.
Then.
I mean,
Clearly we should hang out more.
I want to. I've looked up, where is the best starting point for the Silver Surfer?
The best starting point is the late 40s of 40 numbered issues of the Fantastic Four, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. That's the starting point.
Okay.
That's where all those concepts were introduced, Galactus, the whole thing.
And pretty easy to get your hands on one?
Okay. Oh, yeah. And super nerd. Well, I mean, pretty easy to get your hands on reprints.
Yeah. Not like a original.
You'd have to play a lot of gigs.
Right.
to buy those
Too
books.
many.
Yeah, in their original form, for sure. Back to Long Flight. Mm-hmm. Again, we talked about the bass. Like, this is such a great... I say this all the time. I'm a fan of sequencing on albums and EPs. Like, that seems like the appropriate song to open with. Yeah,
I do think I spend a fair amount of time on sequencing, especially for projects, but even like live sets too. Like we've had to do a lot of that these past 2 summers, just playing. Mm-hmm. We played every Wednesday night. So yeah, I think that's always at the top of my mind. And
because you're creating an experience, you're bringing people into your world. It has to
totally
mean something from start to finish.
Yeah, and the intro does matter. Like grabbing people's attention.
100%.
It is important.
Swimming in Your World. It seems like there's a lot going on musically on this one. Is that a violin I hear?
Not
Synth?
A violin. That what you're probably picking out is guitar.
Really?
So there's a few different guitars. So I'm playing acoustic, like chords and lead stuff. And then Dylan Barnett, who plays guitar with us, he's doing, I forget what the pedal is that he uses, but it gets pretty crazy and washed out. And so there's a lot of that added texture on top of it. But do you mean like maybe the lead riff that's kind of in between?
Yeah. And as far as the...
And a saxophone. There's a saxophone on there.
As far as the different guitar sounds go, there's that lead at the end, that lead guitar that sounds like almost alien and subversive.
Yes.
Like it seems like it's at odds with everything else that came before it.
So that is that effect that I was talking about that Dylan has, but it's actually 3 tracks of that guitar and they're all reversed.
Oh.
So that's why it's pretty out there. Yeah.
Lots of time in the bedroom studio has led to this kind of trickery.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I was like, because, we did this thing where whenever we're recording, I just like to get a bunch of takes just of, like, let's mess around on this one. And so sometimes you end up with enough where you can just throw it all on the track. And that's what happened there. So.
And now the title track, the Gemini Club, this is the Get 'Em on the Floor song.
Yeah. This is
the funk. This is the groove. This is the whole thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. That one, I think we kind of knew Especially after, so I had the pretty rough demo done, and then once Devin added his stuff to it, like playing the bass and everything, it was just like, oh, this is great. This is going to be super fun live.
Oh my God.
So we've had a great time with that one. And I would say that people have probably responded to that one the most, which is a good feeling, when it's just some validation, I'd say. I
mean, and it's cheap to draw comparisons to other music that's been created, but like I'm hearing the Tom Tom Club and Chic on this.
Yeah, I think for me, the kind of direct inspiration for this was Shalimar.
Nice.
I don't really even remember when we started really getting into them, but yeah, there's a handful of songs, obviously like A Night to Remember, and then I'm blanking on the other one. But anyway, I'll think of it. But yeah, Shalimar I think is the direct inspiration there. So it was cool to see something like, the Jacob on the Moon version of that come out.
I love it. And then race cars perhaps more subdued. I think the percussion really stands out on this one.
Yes. Yeah, that's Julian Merluzzi on percussion. He's also a drummer and he plays with a bunch of different groups. But yeah, percussion has been like, I would say a pretty important element of the kind of Jacob on the Moon sound. And yeah, I mean, I would say with this like beat, the whole rhythm of the song in particular is pretty distinct from the others. But then it does kind of get into that groovier section at the end, and that's been fun to do live as well. Sometimes we'll throw in a drum break kind of in between those two parts. So yeah, I grew up playing drums, so I think that's where the emphasis on
that makes sense.
Percussion and rhythm comes from.
So when things are starting at ground zero with you writing, is it starting with lyrics, or are you hearing melodies in your head?
It's mostly, I'd say 9 times out of 10, it's the music, whether that's if I'm just sitting down like playing guitar, or if I'm working in Logic or something, trying to make a quick beat or something. And then, I mean, melodies come pretty quickly. I'll just kind of like, mumble and sing over the track and try to find something. And then I would say very rarely the lyrics are, the first thing. For me, that requires the most amount of actual work. But I'm trying to be more intentional about that. And I like the idea of having, here's a bank of, however many songs, like lyrics that I feel really good about, and trying to work from that direction first. But it is more challenging, I would say.
So again, the new EP is the Gemini Club. We're in September as we're recording this. The year is winding down. What does the rest of it look like for you?
Yeah. Well, we are, I'm still kind of actively just promoting the song, trying to get it in front of new audiences. We just, like I said, we finished our summer residency at the Dock. So that's been a really fun live experience. And then this coming Saturday, the 27th, we are playing the Buena Park block party.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that'll be fun. That's at Buena Circle Park.
Right.
And hopefully the weather's good. But yeah, that's kind of the immediate next step. We are working on new music. Like I've got, stuff in the vault. We're actually just like recording a few different parts.
So that was my next question. You got an EP out. There's got to be more behind it.
Yeah. It'll probably just be singles for a little bit. There hasn't been a project hasn't really taken shape yet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely still want to stay active and just keep releasing as much as possible.
I said it before, your music is almost genre agnostic. You kind of occupy your own lane, which I absolutely love.
Thank you.
Nü-yacht is the way of the future. No, I think you sound wonderful and super brilliantly produced. With an ear on melody and that gorgeous bass line throughout, and of course the percussion, the cool guitars, backwards, forwards, all the things. I think you sound awesome.
Thank you. Thanks, James. I appreciate it.
And thanks for meeting me on a dark street in the middle of the night.
Oh, no problem. And I mean, isn't it sad it is getting dark? It's like summer is.
It's like 7 something,
over.
and
yeah,
yeah.
I know. I'm kind of not ready for it, but
as a musician, this is your time. As you head into winter, like this is woodshed time to make more music.
Hunker down and totally.
Well, great to meet you, Jake. Thanks for doing this.
Likewise. Thank you, James.